I gotta get it on my set.
Hey there, come with me, gotta drum up some explosions. Shake it out, dance on repeat. Running through the streets, now let's set it all in motion. Like a fire, turn up the heat. Everything sounds good. Jump right in, you know you should. Everything sounds good. Let's do it. No more waiting, let's just go. Pumping up your pulse, yeah, I wanna do it all. Let's flip a coin, we're down and then up. Dancing on the walls, yeah, I wanna do it all. Just mess around, I like to keep it intense. Shoot it to the skies and do it again. No more waiting, let's just go. Pumping up your pulse, yeah, I wanna do it all. This is how we roll. If it's hot, we keep it going. Next up, we zigzag the lines. Pictures on my phone, breaking hearts and then we glue them. Drop hits, you know I'll be fine. Everything sounds good. Jump right in, you know you should. Everything sounds good. Let's do it. I wanna do it. I wanna do it all. I wanna do it all. So what you waiting for? Let's break down the door. No, I won't wait no more. Let's do it. No more waiting, let's just go. Pumping up your pulse, yeah, I wanna do it all. Let's flip a coin, we're down and then up. Dancing on the walls, yeah, I wanna do it all. Just mess around, I like to keep it intense. Shoot it to the skies and do it again. No more waiting, let's just go. Pumping up your pulse, yeah, I wanna do it all. Shout it out, no doubt feels good. Let's go, shout it out, no doubt feels good. Let's go, shout it out, no doubt feels good. Let's go.
Here we go again. It's time for the FIFAe World Cup featuring eFootball console grand final. After 12 brutal games, only one match stands in the way of going home with the title of World Champion next to your name. Will it be Poland or will it be Italy? We will have our answer at the end of play today. It's an all-European grand final affair and one we cannot wait for. And I say we because I'm pleased to welcome back once again my three stunning gentlemen next to me. Chris Dunn, Stuart Weston, Harry Channon. Welcome back, guys. How are you doing?
Really, really well. I'm really excited for a console grand final. European grand final. Haven't had this one in a little bit, so yeah, it should be really interesting.
I was a little bit miffed. You didn't say I looked great as well, but we'll leave that.
That was a given. That was a given. Come on.
Thank you. Right, Wes, how are you doing? Good to have you here.
Yeah, I'm feeling very good. They're pumped up for what is going to be a brilliant console final between these two. Probably two nations we didn't expect to be here, but it's going to be great fun all the same.
Harry, what an occasion these two nations have ahead of them.
First of all, Rach, let me say you look lovely.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That's
It
my
is
wedding wall.
some occasion here. As you said, it's a European final, an all-European affair. I think a lot of us have been waiting for a long time for the eFootball console European re-emergence. It used to be we were in almost every single final over the last couple of years. Things have fallen off, but here we are on the biggest stage of them all. one European nation has to win it.
Tell me about that then. Did you not expect it to be an all-European affair? I've mentioned it is Poland and Italy.
Yeah, I think out of the two, I think Italy, I would certainly be looking to be making that final, but I think Poland emerging in the way they did, I think it kind of took a little bit everybody by surprise, just a touch that Poland made it through.
You just touched on it. Do you think the ecosystem is changing now? It's a new wave coming through, Harry.
Potentially, yes, potentially. I mean, we've seen Southeast Asia, South America. These America's players, they're so skillful, but realistically, the skills on the pitch, if they don't translate into results, they won't make it here. So there could be, you know, potentially a new wave. And obviously, as we'll get a chance a bit later on to deep dive into the players, could be a new wave coming on one side of the stage.
Chris, just how big a deal is this event? Tell people what this will mean if you walk away as a world champion at the end of today.
It doesn't just mean it for any football perspective. It means something prospectively for these players, a moment of pride to represent their country. I think, you know, I kind of talked about on the mobile show, to see how much it means to these guys, not just playing for themselves. They're playing for their whole nation, and a lot of them take it as seriously as they absolutely should. It's a really emotional occasion for them.
Yeah, if you are just joining us, we've already played mobile. That was a few hours ago now, and Thailand came out victorious in this one. So Console had to sit and wait and watch and get a bit stressed out. Will that have affected any of them?
Yeah, I think it certainly can have a moment where you're kind of waiting around all day and it's, okay, I just want to get on the console now. I just want to go out there and perform. And you can certainly get a little bit of anxiety if you're just waiting around a little bit too long.
Would you have watched? Would you have come to the arena, or would you have stayed back at the hotel just trying to go through your normal routine?
Well, Wes and I had the opportunity, obviously, to commentate the final earlier on today. From our bird's nest and bird's eye perspective, I could actually see the two Italians. I could see Eterito and I could see Naples. They weren't on the floor, they weren't getting quite the full feel of the arena, but they were on the second tier, just soaking in some of the atmosphere. So me, myself, I would just treat it like any other game day. They say nothing new on game day, so if you do anything different today, you're probably going to curse yourself.
But that is clever, immersing yourselves
100%.
in the situation here. And actually, I'm looking behind me, you guys I don't think can see, but all four of our players, both of our nations, are behind us now, maybe just kind of setting up what they need to for when the time is now.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there in the sense of that getting here and just kind of I don't want to say, I'm trying to think of the correct word, drowning yourself in it to a certain degree. You want to be here, you want to get a little bit wet with this atmosphere, just keep it around it, get kind of used to it a little bit, be here for the first game, to get used to kind of what you're going to get to see when you play your game as well. So, no, they should be well accustomed to it, Beth.
Which nation, Poland or Italy, are most accustomed to the big stage environment?
I think you have to look at it being Italy. We've waxed lyrical at length during the course of this tournament about their individual accolades, but you feel as though that with that big match experience, it's almost like an additional goal for you having that experience. So I think they've been a little bit more used to this type of atmosphere.
Who's more comfortable in the environment though? Because on mobile we said, it's got to be Brazil. They love all this excitement and fanfare. And actually it was Thailand, softly spoken Thailand, who came out on top and used it to their advantage.
Yeah, the four players down there on the stage, Rachel, seem to be pretty locked in, just honing in their tactics. The two coaches, on the other hand, I'm seeing Venom for Italy and RDK on the side of Poland, geeing up the crowd. They're getting the crowd involved, and I think that's going to be a big element of this final. You want to have the crowd on your side, and it can act at times as a 12th man on the virtual pitch.
I mean, I don't know these players personally, but I expect Eterito to be the most comfortable. He's the most charismatic, I would say, of the players out there, and that's possibly why he was crowned Axe Player of the Day from yesterday. I think the fans absolutely love him, don't they?
He's an incredible player. I mean, we're going to chat about his history, which is long. I'm not sure the pre-show will actually last long enough, to be honest with you. But I mean, this guy, and he's really grown just as a man as well. You see him in these conversations. He holds himself so well and loves representing his country, and how good he's been during this event as well. It's not really that much of a surprise, though, to be honest with you.
No, obviously it's his first time being here, though. We didn't see him here last year, and there have been so many whispers about him being the one to watch, and so far he has lived up to those whispers.
Yeah, he's lived up to the expectations that I think the name that Eterito, if you mention it in any circle of eFootball, in any corner of the globe, it's with reverence to his accomplishments and to his qualities and to his experience, he certainly just ingratiated himself into this environment. And it took a little bit of the heat off of Naples as well.
What is the depth like at the moment in Italian kind of e-football? Do they have a lot of players that could have challenged Eterito for a spot, or Naples?
Absolutely, they do. I mean, just thinking back to 2020 when they won the European Championships, Eterito wasn't even in the squad. It was Naples and his teammates. So, yeah, there's definitely the depth there in Italy. We've had Italian champions before, and we'll no doubt have them again at some point, whether it's today or in the future. Italian e-football is very strong.
Let's compare that to Poland. What's the scene like in Poland? I should say /Scotland right now, because these two are Polish, but via Scotland. Again, is there depth over there, Wes?
There is. Back when I used to compete, definitely not at this level, but at this level.
Hang on. Don't do yourself a disservice. Tell everybody what you achieved back in the day before we get into that.
Okay, once upon a time I was a UK champion in 2019. There I said it. There I said it.
It's like having Abdul Aziz on again, really, isn't it?
Well, that's where Osterbuch came to prominence. On the other half of it, back when it was in a different format, you'd have two different national champions. He was the national champion of the UK, obviously being from Scotland, but in terms of Poland as an actual nations themselves, they do have a bit of a depth chart, but these two are head and shoulders above everybody.
Yeah, and we'll see just how good the two brothers can be a little bit later on. We are about 15-20 minutes away from our grand final. In the meantime, should we go and check in on our reporter CJ and see what he's up to? I never know. Where are you, CJ?
I found myself outside of the arena ahead of the grand finals here at the FIFA World Cup. The eFootball console action is moments away. The players are taking to their setups. The fans are piling in as well. It's loud in there, and I'm liking the sound of it. I know you guys on the desk have a decent view from up top, but I'm going to try and get the best seat in the house. So without further ado, I better go take my seat.
I thought for a moment there he was going to have access denied and not be allowed into the arena. That would have been more fun. Someone should have figured that one out. Don't tell him, but we can do it for Rocket League next week. He does get around, doesn't he, CJ?
Well, it's nice to see him actually do something. Honestly, he was quite quiet over the first couple of days, and now he's just going to sit and watch the game whilst we're working. Okay, figures, really.
I know. He has an easy ride. I don't know if his...
It's behind you.
His picture. I don't know if you can see this, but our picture.
Oh, yes, he is.
You actually can't really see it here. Our Panini sticker cards are up around here as well. And actually, while we're talking about that, I'll just mention that. Someone want to get me on down?
Go on, Harry.
Don't get my miserable one.
We can
down.
grab one, so you can say, you can tell.
Well,
grab a card. Grab a card. Any card.
Who should we go for? Ton, no. Cole, no. Olia, probably not. Let's go for Wesley.
Wesley. Of course it is.
You can get your own Panini cards if you are signed up and registered to watch on FIFA.gg. Obviously, you can't get a beautiful card of Stuart Wesley here, but you can get actual real-life players from the game, from the beautiful game, and you can collect as many as you want. If you watch for an hour, you get 5, and it's like having the old-school sticker book when you're at a World Cup. You fill them out with the different players. You can do it virtually by just watching us, and it continues for the rest of today as well. So jump on over, you can see it there, FIFA.gg. That's not the only prize. There is a massive prize as well. We are giving away 2 tickets to next year's World Cup finals. That is a money cannot buy prize. I would love to win that one. So all we have to do is sign up and watch the finals. Good luck. Okay, righty, shall we get into the bracket and see just how far and what it took to get here for our 2 finalists? Right, Italy, top of the table over there. They took on Mexico. You can see it went to golden goal there. Then they took on Indonesia. If you go a little bit further down to the 3rd quarterfinal, Poland took on Turkey. It also went to golden goal. And then they took on the local squad, Saudi Arabia. Chris, who had the most impressive knockout run?
To be honest, I think if you look at Italy, they were in a real shark tank up on the top side. Poland, I don't want to say they got a fortunate job by any sense because they had to beat some very good teams, but when you look at that top side of the bracket, we're told Brazil, Indonesia, Italy, Mexico to a certain extent. You thought if anyone come from that top side of the bracket, for me, always had more likely of a chance to go on to win it. So I would say Italy really had to go through the gauntlet. It's a really, really big run for some very good teams.
In terms of Poland, Wes?
Yeah, I mean, Turkey are an incredibly hard nation to compass. The fact that Poland had to come back from off the canvas in that game one, they were 1-0 down, got it back to 2-1, then managed to get themselves that golden goal, then getting into the host Saudi Arabia. As Chris rightly said, top bracket certainly had a lot to talk about, former finalists, etc., etc. But Poland haven't exactly had an easy run to this, of course.
No.
Both table toppers as well, I might add, in their respective groups. So we've actually got the best two nations over the last 4 days battling it out in this grand final, which is exactly what we wanted. And what are they battling it out for? Well, I know you always like to know how much they're going to win, and this is it. $30,000 goes to the champion. The runners-up go home with $18,000. It's a $12,000 deficit, which is a big matchup.
It's a big chunk of change, isn't it?
Change?
A chunk of change,
Your bank account must look pretty nice.
Well, yeah, but... yeah, no, but for both these players specifically, I think coming into the share of $30,000 each would be a massive, massive... I'm wondering how the brothers are going to share it, actually. Like 50-50, we like, we split it, whoever scores more goals, etc., etc.
It's got to be 50-50, isn't it?
Does the
Otherwise
coach get anything?
Oh, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you? Yeah, that's a good point. Split it 3 ways evenly.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if they're
We need to get someone to answer that for us. How does the money get split? Because there are technically 3 people in the team. And talking of 3 people, we have another 3 people in our team as well. Should we meet them? They are our casters for this grand final. Abdulaziz, Alia Harvey and Cole.
Hi.
Welcome, the 3 of you. Looks nice and toasty in there. How are you feeling?
It's pretty warm in here, yeah, and I think it's only going to heat up more as the match goes on. I'm really excited to be casting this with you two. I mean, it's eFootball, it's console. What are you looking forward to, Alia?
It's our first tri-cast of the entire tournament as well, which is really nice. I'm doing it with 2 of the most lovely gentlemen in our entire team, so I'm really excited.
Oh yes, I really can't wait for the final to begin. And I'm also really happy to be with you again, Cole, and of course with Alia, here commentating and describing to those who are watching us for the final game. And let's see who will lift the trophy.
Cole, how are you feeling next to a world champion, a Commonwealth medalist?
Yeah, I feel severely underpowered right now. I'll just say words. I'll open my mouth and stuff will come out. That normally seems to be the trick. Thank you. Oh, I'll try.
Have you guys already started having predictions? Because it's got to be split in there because there's 3 of you.
I mean, I've
that's really
personally
tough.
gone for Poland. They won all their matches on day 2, won the quarters, won the semi-final. So essentially, they're on a 7-win streak at the moment.
Oh wow, fair enough. But for me, I think I will go with Italy this time because they have the prestige, they have the world champion El Torito. And maybe, who will you go with, Cole?
Abdulaziz in Italy, sorry. They're going to have too much for me, but we can only sit back and see.
World champion has to back a world champion, right? Guys, we'll see you a bit later. Enjoy this one. Okay, well, I can hear it building on the floor. It is very busy down there. We have a full house in terms of audience, so I think it's time to meet our grand finalists from Italy and Poland. It is time for the eFootball console grand final.
finalists, Italy and Poland. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you're able to for the national anthem of Italy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stay up, if you're able to, for the national anthem of Poland. It's now time for the FIFAe World Cup 25 featuring eFootball console. It's the grand final. Get ready. It's Italy and Poland.
It is indeed, and it's great, isn't it, to see those scenes there. It just feels like a real-life World Cup as well, and that's exactly what we wanted to feel like. The tension is rising, Wes.
Yeah, it really is. You can just feel it's palpable when the anthems are going. Even as a neutral, you can kind of feel the goosebumps and the hair stand on end. It's crazy.
The pride both nations must be feeling, and all four players must be feeling out there.
I think it must be so when you hear those national anthems, right? You're standing there A lot of them hands over their hearts, very much proud to represent their country. And you can see obviously the huddles and everything as well. Everyone really geeing themselves up for this one and what should be an absolute banger of a game.
Possibly a once-in-a-lifetime occasion to be in front of a crowd like this on one of the greatest stages, you know, representing your country.
Of course, you're always going to back yourself to get back to this kind of stage again in the future, but the reality is so many things can go wrong on your way to get here. So it's important, once you're here, you take that opportunity with both hands. And I think Chris is right. As soon as you hear that national anthem, it becomes so real and so evident to everyone around the world who you are doing this for.
Can we talk about the history between both these two nations in terms of eFootball, Wes?
Yeah, I mean, they've, you know, as players and as nations, they've often kind of clashed. They always seem to meet themselves in kind of quarterfinals, semi-finals of kind of major tournaments. You tend to find that they've played a lot of domestic eFootball where they represent clubs and they've often gone at one another. And, you know, sometimes even teammates have been against each other.
This is clever. The Polish team here trying to get the Saudi locals on side, backing them in the arena.
I tell you what, they're creating an absolute racket out there. And, I mean, that's what you want. You want your coach to be everything you need to be, whether it's the voice in the ear or your most vocal cheerleader. Yeah. That's what you need to be.
One of the best people to have behind you, RDK. I mean, 38 years old, you'd never know it looking at how energized he is there behind his voice.
Can I just say how amazing it was as well, that the stage rises up and it puts them even more on a pedestal than they already are, Chris?
Yeah, and it puts them on a pedestal and gives them that representation that they absolutely deserve, the recognition, I should say, sorry, but it also puts you in that cauldron. It puts you right in the middle of absolutely everybody in this room, from the VIPs to us to the people on the floor. Everyone is surrounding you, watching you, every single one of your moves.
What's exciting about this grand final is that we are yet to see these two nations go up against each other this tournament.
Yeah, and that's the intrigue bit, is that, as you quite rightly said, both teams topped their respective groups going on day one and day two. And now it's going to be a case of who comes out on top, because they've both been front runners throughout this entire tournament.
Should we just be taken through Italy, just their group stages? Can we just go back to a couple of days ago now and how you feel they performed to get here?
Performed very, very well. I think, you know, they've done exactly what they need to do when it goes to the group stages. It was realistically a fantastic performance all the way through, but they really did surprise us just a little bit with how they managed to just be as convincing as they were. They haven't scored a great deal of goals of Italy, but for the most part, they've just edged out their results. Of course, when we did get through to the knockout stages, they went up against Mexico. That had to be a golden goal. But beating Indonesia 2-1 in a semi-final, that is no mean feat.
In terms of Poland, they were super impressive. I'm going to say I didn't expect them to be as dominant, but again, topped their group.
Yeah, I mean, after day one, they finished on 7 points, and everyone was a little bit like, oh, are Poland going to be able to do anything? Came back day two, won every game on that day, including beating Indonesia in what proved to be quite pivotal, because it changed Poland's trajectory, put them into the bottom half of that knockout bracket, and as a result, they've been able to get themselves through to the final.
Tell us about this Polish pairing and via Scotland. What's their history?
Plenty of history, not only between themselves, but also on the international stage. I still remember my first season ever commentating eFootball was called Pro Evolution Soccer back then. I remember back in the PES League, I believe it was stage 2, the European regionals in Portugal. We were down in Porto, and a young 15-year-old, well, Pole, by way of Scotland, called Ostrowicz turned up, and well, he was just electric. Fast forward so many years, I think it must be, what, 6 years ago, that European regional now. And all of a sudden, he's got a brother that is arguably just as good as him. I mean, 2 years ago, Zelo, you know, runner-up in the Konami 1v1 World Finals. So truly amazing to see them now on the same team.
Yeah, brothers representing Poland. What a story. Well, it is time. It's the time we have all been waiting for. The grand final of the FIFAe World Cup 2025 featuring eFootball console. It's Italy taking on Poland.
Armin and we have 4 World Finals world title together, so we know how to stay calm, relax, communicate.
We definitely didn't come here as a favorite. There was only one person actually that believed, was O'Neill. Yeah, he believed, we believed, and somehow we're here.
Poland, you have a beautiful country, but we are arriving to beat you, so get ready.
We will be the champions. History will be made and I'll be remembered forever.
It all comes down to this, the FIFAe World Cup 2025 of eFootball console. Italy versus Poland. I'm here with Alia and Abdelaziz. Abdelaziz, early thoughts?
Oh, what a game we have in our hands. I mean, both of these teams made it all the way to the final with a very well-deserved victories. And here we have the first chance. What a save from the goalkeeper.
Yes,
absolutely, yeah. We will see the best two teams in this tournament facing each other now.
The best two teams, but it's Poland that are making all the early advances. It was a massive chance.
So.
Just a couple of minutes in, Alia. I mean, Italy have had some tight wins up to now.
They have to, but both teams have actually had very similar journeys in this tournament so far. Both winning their groups, lost their first game in the knockouts, then managed to turn it around to win the second game and go on to golden goal.
Let's hit it with the ball down. There's another shot!
Oh, Poland are looking strong here, huh?
They are starting off, Abdelaziz, like a house on fire as Ronaldo hooked the strike.
Yes, and we see Hullet, will definitely be the favorite player to pass the ball to, especially the aerial balls.
We've seen some big goals from corners throughout this tournament.
Yeah, first probably toward the second post here.
That's easily enough.
We see Indonesia, the very best team in this tournament who use the most of the corners. And they scored a lot of goals from the corner kicks.
They have been devastating up to now. We've seen last-minute comebacks, we've seen big turnarounds in the second half, but nothing doing so far for Poland. And now Naples has the ball. He gets it towards that multiple world champion, Etorito, who tries to feed it back to him on the edge of the box there. Maybe not the right decision to pass there, Alia.
No, definitely not. What I do like is that we have both teams from the get-go trying to get that first goal, because we all know how important, especially in football, that first goal is. But could go either way.
Yes, after 15 minutes in game time, I see that Poland are creating more chances, but Italy have always been dangerous when it comes to create chances.
Italy, who dominated Group A, and now they have the ball on the edge of the box. Another pass is nearly there. Etorito was searching for Naples, and we've seen throughout this tournament that Etorito, player of the day from the playoffs yesterday, quarters and semi-finals.
Yes.
Decision-making is normally so incisive, knows when to back heel, knows when to play it simple. It's him who has the ball now.
He's not only good in terms of playing inside the game, but also in creating chances from absolutely nowhere.
Zilo wants to slow this down, and you can't blame him. Poland started off this first game much the better. Remember, everybody, it is aggregate score over 2 legs, so even if you concede a couple of goals in this one, you can go right back down the other end in match 2 and bring it back, so no need to panic, and that is where these coaches are so important, Alia.
Yes, and we did see before the game as well, Poland's coach riling the crowd up, trying to get the Saudi Arabians on his side. We've seen in the VTs how passionate he is for Team Poland as well.
This will go over the top. It's going to be put to the centre. And Poland were waiting to strike, but it's hooked away at the last second.
Oh yeah, that was very close. The long pass and the anticipation. It shows the quality of the players here. I see that Poland are taking a little bit more risk now in creating chances. And on the other hand, we always see Italy playing very patiently in the game.
And I think what's what we should mention as well is that Poland, yes, they are brothers, but in eFootball history in 2v2, we have never had brothers win this tournament. So they could be that first pairing. But on Italy's side, with Etorito, so well decorated, and this is potentially his last dance.
Etorito, who said that if he wins this, he has, in his words, completed eFootball. And I don't think you can take that away from him. 3-time world champion, once in co-op as well. So he is used to turning to his side and seeing a teammate there, having someone to believe in him and push him if ever it was needed. But this is a chance to counter. It's Ruud Gullit, it's Poland. Ostrobridge has the ball. He's got to pass it to the centre. If he finds it, he waits. Then he finds it. And there it is at the near post. Poland had been threatening. The brothers combined 1-0.
What a goal, what a goal. 1-0, they take the lead here. But why did you make that mistakes? You know this is the final game. One mistake could end everything. We saw that earlier today with Brazil when they missed that chance. And now Italy giving away so easily goal.
Poland have said throughout the tournament they know they can become the world champions, and they are one step closer to doing just that by scoring the opening goal. But wow, we saw that one coming.
Yeah, the ball across the middle. It was slammed home by Mbappe. Pure confidence there from the Polish duo. And as this tournament has gone on, they had a shocker of a day one, as was mentioned on the desk. 7 points after day one, and then winning every single match in day two, and still they continue. Zilo has the ball on the right. He feeds it through to Ruud Gullit, controlled by Ostrobridge. He's going to wait there. 2 Italian defenders trying to wrestle that ball from him, and in the end, Etorito, using his experience, just about levers him off it.
Yeah, they need to stop making those mistakes in terms of passing, positioning, because if Poland scored the second goal, I think it's more likely going to Poland.
Are Italy trying to be too clever, maybe, Abdelaziz?
Well, not at that moment, because mistakes, every single mistake will count now. So we try to avoid that and play the way you played earlier in the knockout stage.
Italy dominating their group, won it quite clearly. And now they can barely get hold of the ball. Poland coming forward again, surging forwards, playing so aggressively. It's not really what we've been seeing from Poland throughout this tournament. They have been tight, they've had plenty of close games that they've seen themselves fall on the right side of. It's provided a golden goal.
Fantastic
On as well.
over the top Louvois here, but very well defended by Poland, by Italy again, sorry. But they are back in possession, trying to come down that right wing. Will they regain possession? Yes, they do. Gullit back pass into the middle of the pitch, but just don't have a striker where they needed it to be.
Nearly though again for Poland. Can't take your eyes on this one for a second, because they are finding all these passes. This one over the top. There's a man below if they can get the ball to him. Nearly there. Ostrobridge.
What a
for his
ball.
teammate. Ronaldo stretching, but Ronaldo couldn't quite get there.
What a pass. Poland are playing so smart here. They know they have very strong players in the air, like CR7 and Ruud Gullit. So they are trying to rely on that a lot. And not only that, but also they are very accurate with the passes, if you see.
Mbappe's already scored.
That's
he gets
really nice
that one
back here.
onto the left wing. Zilo has it. The younger brother, just 19 years old. He can't quite get that one into the centre, but he wants to see if there's going to be another Italian mistake there defensively. Earlier, they've been quite poor, and this is not the Italy we've been seeing, but now they have a chance. Etorito, one-on-one, gets it into the centre, and where's the pass?
Poland have come in absolutely flying in the attack today. As you mentioned earlier, Cole, that's not how they've played throughout the tournament. I don't think Italy expected that in the first half either, but they just seem to be rushing. They're panicking with their passes. They're just making silly mistakes, and this is not the Italy that we've seen.
Nope, not at all. And also, if we see on the screen, the players, Etorito and Navas, are talking to each other because they know there is something wrong. It's either the formation, the tactics, or maybe they are rushing things off.
Half-time changes?
I personally wouldn't change anything yet, just because it's only 1-0. Personally, I would like to see Italy change their style of play, be a little bit more aggressive here, because it has to go to at least 1-1. You don't want this to go to 2-0, because that could potentially seal the deal.
Well, it's got to be said, a shocker of a half from our favourites. Italy could barely link a pass together, but we have seen throughout the group stages and beyond, they are much better than what we've just seen as Buffon gathers up and clears it long. Italy need one of these lockdowns to fall for them. They have to get something on the board soon.
Yeah, but I mean, Poland are defending really well here. They are using almost everyone in the back, and they are leaving no gaps.
As we know, we have been tracking heart rates as well. The Italian players still seem relatively calm, considering they are 1-0 down. And as we saw in the mobile finals this morning, calmness is so important. But amazing over-the-top through ball down the right wing. Will they keep possession? Just well caught by the Italians.
Whenever Poland go long, though, Italy always seem to be surprised by it, despite the fact it's happening time after time. The Hullet knockdown, Ronaldo lingering, seems to be a devastating set of ingredients right now for the Polish team. They changed the throw-in taker, 70% pass completion rate as well for Poland. So far, everything's working for them, and they're stealing away a few more seconds before this throw-in comes in. Is the flick on going to be good? It is. Almost falls again to Ronaldo, but it's cleared long.
Yes, as we see now, Poland are controlling the game. Short passes, 1, 2, 3, and trying to find the gap in the Italian defense.
It almost feels like the Italians are trying to go for that hero pass, that one attack that will get them through that goal. But Poland, they're just going for it. They're trying everything they can. Left wing, right wing, down the middle, over the top through balls. They're just doing whatever they can to try and seal this deal. And as we said, Italy are struggling.
And that's what makes it really hard for Italy, because they cannot predict where the Polish players are going to attack from.
Attack the best form of defence so far for Poland, and they've got the ball past the enemy lines again. This one's into the centre, it's Ronaldo, but it's wide. Was there an Italian touch there?
Oh, that was very nice, going through the wing and then cross it. Anticipating the ball also from the defence was really good from Italy. But the problem is here right now that we see from Italy is that they are not able to create enough chances.
No, they can't break through at the moment, but this could be the time that they do. Taking their time in the middle of the pitch, fantastic ball roll. But again, the Polish just defending, they just can't predict what the Italians are going to do. We do see the counter-attack here.
Nice.
He's going to go down the right wing. Amazing through ball.
Beautiful.
Well cleared by Italy.
Yeah, had to be read well there by Italy. It was nearly a case of the needle being threaded. And I think that might just ring the changes in for Italy. They were hoping that the second half would start slightly better. But Abdelaziz, your eye is more keen than mine. I've not spotted anything better for Italy compared to the first half.
No, not at all. I think Italy started the game very slow, and now they are struggling to create chances. But on the other hand, the Polish players are defending really well, and they keep the ball and attack whenever they have the chance to.
And as we've mentioned, this is 2 legs, but in football, the last thing you want is to have to go into that second leg, having to chase at least a goal to give you the chance of winning. But so far, they seem relatively calm, I would say, which is the positive here.
Substitutions have been made, but Italy is still going to have to do some defending from this corner. It's the deep corner there. Headed down by, I think it was Van Dijk. The shot came in, and more work to do for Buffon. Eterito has to slow this game down. He gets the ball long towards Naples, headed into the centre. This is the chance now for Italy. They have broken through. The counter-attacking play was good, but Ostrabuch, with a fantastic tackle, gets Poland right back on the attack.
Yes, and as we see right now, we have some fresh legs like Alessandro Del Piero, Zico, and Sofiane Mrabat for Poland, because they know they need that extra player in the midfield.
Ostrabuch has the ball on the right wing. Chooses to wait. I wondered if he could have taken an early cross there, but not this time. Ruud Gullit tries to get past the Italian left back. He does want to throw in from it, and the pass completion rate for Poland remains so much higher.
And what we are noticing as well, Poland, they are favouring that right side of the pitch.
What a save.
Very well saved. Another corner for Poland.
Eterito shrugs his shoulders because he knows they've got away with yet another one.
They did. And also, the goalkeeper saved a huge chance. But until this moment, we didn't see much of Italy. And on the other hand, Poland are actually, I would say, dominating this game.
Well, Buffon's happy enough, judging on that replay, but I'm not sure his Italian brethren will be either. 3 corners to 0 as well from Poland. I'm not sure we've seen any statistics in Italy's favour. And even if Poland were to go on and win this one, we weren't expecting it to be like this. The header is almost clean there from Poland. Early shot, I like the idea. Even more confidence from Poland.
I mean, you just have to go for it, and that's what we're seeing from the Polish side. They know they are about 90 minutes away from being crowned the world champions for eFootball console. They know they've just got to do whatever it takes. They're not playing it safe. They're attacking as much as they can, and I think that's Italy's mistake at the moment. They are playing the safest we've ever seen them throughout this tournament.
Oh yeah, and that's the beauty of this tournament, is that we see this crowd, the people that enjoying the event, and everyone is happy and would like to see who will lift the trophy at the end of the day.
It's looking more and more like it's going to be Poland. The two brothers, 22 and 19, have played eFootball together their whole lives. Their club matches, not always together in the pro scene, but as Harry was saying, Osterbuch burst onto the scene 7 or so years ago. He was just 15, 16 back then. And they are banking all that experience, building up to a potential world championship. Another steal. It's completely clear! Saved by the defender, but Italy have to sort this out.
Exactly. I mean, what can you do here? You cannot give the ball easily and cheaply that way, because Poland are going to do and to score the second goal.
I think Poland got extremely lucky there that that goal didn't go in. Yet another corner for the Polish brothers. Can they convert? Can they make it 2-0 before full-time? Header into the box. Regains possession. Is Hullet going to shoot? Takes his time coming down the left side of the box, but well defended again. I mean, Italy, they are getting very, very lucky.
The best argument you can make for Italy right now is that it's only 1-0 down. I think there's part of them at this point that would take that going to the end of the first game, because this could be 2 or 3, but that's the ball header. Is there a chance for a chip? Instead he takes it to the right. The striker
my God.
tries to find his teammate.
What are you doing?
They just had to unleash the trigger.
What are you doing? You cannot give the ball to the keeper from that distance. And also, on the other hand, Italy didn't take full advantage of that.
More frustration for Italy, but they have at least got control of the ball now. They seem to be asking a couple of questions. Another steal. It's fed through. It's into the bottom corner. And Italy have absolutely nicked an equaliser.
Absolutely scruffy play from Poland there for the last 2 minutes. They got lucky on the Polish side for that first attempt not going in. The heads were scrambled. They weren't focused. And just like that, Italy have equalised. And it's something we've actually seen quite a lot throughout this tournament. They tend to equalise or win in the last 15 minutes of the game.
Yes, and also because of another mistake. It seems that both of these teams cannot stop in making mistakes. So I think at the end of the day, the one team who will have less mistakes will probably win it.
Coach RDK for Poland, as soon as that one went in, lifted up those giant shoulders and just said, calm down, lads, because he'll know that is incredibly frustrating for the brothers. Italy, surely they'll be feeling so much better after that one.
Definitely, and I think the positive thing for the Polish brothers is that was only 2 minutes where they sort of fell apart. That Italy have done that throughout the entire game. Will we see a quick response from Polish here? Well defended, the Italian brothers. Have they finally woken up? Are we going to see the true Italian play come through?
Well, Naples and Eterito have to get hold of this ball first, and once they have it, you feel they have to attack. This is their chance. Momentum is with them. They have a head of steam. Now they have control of it in the centre. Here is Eterito. A ball down the wing, maybe offside. Yeah,
it's offside,
just about. He's rushed it, Abdelaziz.
Yes, I mean, that was a clear offside. But you know what was the main mistake that the Polish players made? When they had that chance to score and to add the second goal, they didn't take it. So Italy will definitely come back one way or another.
Poland have the ball now. 4 more in-game minutes, and Hullet is lingering by this ball. He wins his team a corner just by sheer presence.
The Polish here seem to be getting a little bit shaky, a little bit nervous, knowing this first leg is coming to an end in just a few minutes. But we do see them here with yet another corner. Haven't managed to convert on one yet. Will this be the time that they do? Cross into the box. Hullet gets his head on it, just not accurate enough.
It's another chance though for Poland, but Italy are going to take this one into the centre. It's a lovely ball over the top there. Naples has control of it, but he's tackled. Osterbuch finds his brother. Now the left wing play is brought into
there will be 5
being.
minutes added
5 in-game minutes. Plenty of time for late drama here. See how the aggregate can swing at the end of this first game. There's the pass, chance to shoot. Well defended by Italy because I thought Poland were about to strike.
Oh yes, that was very dangerous because especially in the middle and in the last minutes, usually we see goals at those minutes.
You don't want to concede here. I think both teams would probably take 1-1 if offered in truth. And that is why Italy clear it long. Is there time for Poland to recycle? They get hold of the ball. It's a scary
my God.
and a tackle. And they get their head on the ball next. More crazy defense from both teams. Showing the absolute cauldron that they're in. These mistakes from two teams who have been so consistent. But earlier, consistency nowhere to be seen there.
No, not in the last 15 minutes of that game. I mean, it seemed like Poland were controlling that whole thing. The minute Poland let their guard down for 1 second in the last 15 minutes, Italy capitalized on it, made it 1-1, and this is exactly what they needed. We go into the second leg with all to play for. Will this go to golden goal again?
Oh, I mean, honestly, Italy started the game in a very slow way, and then Poland managed to score the first goal. They could have scored the second goal in some chances, but they didn't take it, as we see here in the highlights. So that was the very first chance, but Gianluigi Buffon, I mean, saved many, let's say, many balls here.
And as we saw throughout the entire first half, it was Poland, Poland, and Poland again. The entire highlight so far is just all the chances that Poland took. This fantastic goal from Mbappe. We now go to the second goal coming from Italy, the equalizer in the 80th minute. The passion from Poland's coach, riling the crowd up, wanting the Saudi Arabians on his side. But as we look over at Etorito, so highly decorated, so much experience on that side.
Indeed, of course. I mean, as we said, Italy played not so good, but on the other hand, we saw Poland were dominating the game until that 75 minutes in game time, where Italy managed to only have one direct chance, and they scored.
That's what it takes, though. That is the incisiveness of a champion. You can't give away opportunities to Italy. And meanwhile, suddenly, when that one finishes as a draw, you look at it and you think, Poland are actually going to be incredibly frustrated with that, but it's also a danger sign for them. Italy will be starting to think, wait a minute, we can give away these opportunities. We are able to be more confident here because Poland didn't put us away, and we have parity.
No, and that's the heartbreak of football. You can play so well across the 90 minutes as a whole, but the moment you let your guard down and you make one mistake, you will be punished, which is exactly what we've seen in this game. And interestingly enough as well, the Polish brothers, they've decided to take their headphones off. They can hear everything we're saying up there.
Oh yeah, of course. And also, you know, the Italian players have been talking and they know that they need to talk. But to be honest, since the very beginning of this tournament, we see Italy, they do not play so well, but they managed to deliver. They managed to score goals. They managed to win games. And that's what they are good at.
Top of their group, making it through. Did have to have a golden goal versus Mexico, did Italy. A reminder to go back to that quarterfinals. They were first in their group up against fourth in Group B, and they lost game one by 1-0. They managed to win the next one and then win that golden goal, but it wasn't easy. And then we saw the semi-finals for Italy, 2-1 overall versus holders Indonesia. And that's when we're thinking, okay, we've got group stage Italy back. But since then, it's just not quite being themselves here in this grand finals. But grand finals do change everything.
Oh yes, of course. And honestly, I think Poland, they need to find something with the corners. They had like 3 or 4 corners in only one game, but they did not take anything out of it. I believe that Italy, if they had, let's say, 1 or 2, maybe they will score.
Well, the better team were Poland, but let's hear Italy when they made that comeback.
Hey.
Is that what we expected, Italy to be that calm and cool in the situation?
I don't think so. I mean, throughout this entire tournament, whenever they've equalized or just scored a goal in general, they've gotten up, they've screamed at each other. I think that's the calmest we've actually seen the Italians. And I don't know if you guys can feel the tension, but one thing's for sure, there is a section in the crowd chanting, "Let's go Poland." And that is all coming from their coach, isn't that right,
Yes,
Abdul?
of course, because you know you need to have this amazing crowd with you, supporting you, cheering for you. But on the other hand, Italy, yes, they need to talk to each other. They need to find solutions in order to score that probably one goal that may lead them to the victory.
Well, the players are putting their Game 2 teams together. Any changes you suggest, Alia, for Italy in particular?
I mean, from the Italian side, I think not necessarily changing their players, but just starting to attack a little bit more. There's only 90 minutes before this potentially goes to golden goal. They played it way too safe in that first leg. They were lucky, to be honest, that the Polish brothers didn't score more goals. But if Italy, come out attacking like the way that they have, could be a very interesting second leg.
Well, let's see if Italy play more like themselves in this second game. Our overall leaders from the group stage, they were imperious, but Poland stepped up. They finished Group B by beating Indonesia and taking it all, and they will know they had the better of it in the first game, but it all resets now, Abdulaziz.
Come on.
Game 2 begins. Do we see the real Italy?
Yes, I think so, because now I believe they learned from their mistakes in the first game. And in professional level, you can give me one game, but you cannot give me 2 games.
Italy here just in the box, trying to come out strong, a little bit different than what we saw in that first leg. And if the Italians come out attacking like the way that they have throughout this tournament, Polish brothers might be in trouble, but they do seem to be playing a little bit calmer now, not as many mistakes.
Yeah, that's what we need from Italy. We need them just to keep hold of this ball. And they do send it long. Ronaldo's waiting for that one. Wanted the flick on, almost got it as well, but that was well timed from Italy. They actually waited till they had a man in the box, and especially that man, Cristiano Ronaldo in the box, to send it forwards too, but more lovely and decisive passing. Mbappe has the ball now for Poland, but it's well tackled by Naples. And here in Etorito, Abdulaziz, they seem to be finding each other so much more.
Yes, in this game I feel Italians are playing the way they want. They are passing, they are moving forward. They try to be a little bit more creative, especially on the wing, as we see that at the moment.
Tackle there in the box by Poland. It was just seeming like a little bit of danger was emerging for them, and they've done well to weather this early Italian storm. They need to do more than that. They have to get hold of this ball. Lovely flick on there. Ronaldo tried to pull the trigger, but it was blocked. The last possible moment there by the Polish defence. And Zilo needs to make sure he's not doing those balls over the top when they have a defender in front or an attacker in front of them. It's a few times we've seen that error.
It is for sure, and it's an interesting second half, a complete flip of the switch from the first leg. The Polish brothers controlled it, now it's the Italians. Through a ball to Ronaldo!
Oh, wow.
Well saved by Buffon.
What a very nice ball roll here, and then a shot to the near post. But yes, as we talked about just right now, I think Italy are playing really well. They found themselves finally in the game, and now they are creating the chance one after another.
Italy will know that they have a chance to pull away from their Polish opponents at the start of leg 2. Poland need to stand tall. Ostrobuch and Zilo need to be acutely aware of each other's positioning here from this corner. It's going to fall to an Italian player, but now maybe a chance to counter-attack. Ostrobuch has the ball. It's Mbappe. Feeds it left towards Hullet. Over the top, nearly there. Mbappe was calling for the ball back. Doesn't quite find him, but it's a nicer idea there from Poland.
Yeah, if you don't play well, if you do not create enough chances, at least do not concede goals. That's something we know in football. And that's what Poland are trying to do. They know they are not playing so well, at least for the first 15 minutes, but it's very important that they do not concede a goal here.
They opted for the long header, or the long throw in there, but punishing mistake as the Italians regain control of the ball, taking their time to build up a little bit more cool. cautious than we did see in the first leg. We see Hullet again with the ball, but they're just choosing to take their time, Cole.
Yeah, I don't mind it too much from Italy now. They know they've started this second game better, and they know that they have the players, and they certainly have the ability to push through Poland, especially after feeling they've got away with one in that first game, and now they have the ball still in Polish territory. Poland do manage to get hold of it again. The ball over the top goes to absolutely nothing, and we're seeing Abdulaziz a lot of clearances from Poland with nobody on the other end of them.
Yes, I feel that Italy are forcing the Polish players to go back and to keep the ball in their half, as we see at the moment. Pass, trying to find the gap, but still no dangerous chances so far.
Italy trying to leave a man forward as well in case Poland do pass it back and do make an error. But that is an almighty ball over the top. I think it's going to go too far, actually.
Yes.
For a second, I wondered if Naples could be on the other end of that one, and he shot himself. He can't believe it.
We did see a lot of long balls as well in the first leg from Poland. It does seem like the Italians have figured that out, because they keep trying to go for that over-the-top through balls, the long balls, but an Italian player is always there for them, just as we've seen here. Over-the-top ball through to Ronaldo, but well defended by Poland. Just 15 minutes left in this first half.
Yeah, Italy have been getting better in these playoff games that are two legs as well. I mentioned the match earlier on against Mexico. They had nothing against Mexico in game one, and it did seem that Mexico could cause the upset. From game two and onwards, it was all them. And it's seeming the same here in our grand final.
Yes, I think with the way that both of these teams are playing with, we may go to the third game, probably for the first time today. And yeah, it could be decided by a golden goal.
That would be beautiful for our grand final to go to that. Of course, if the scores are equal after both legs, then it is golden goal across an entire match. But it's Italy that keep on knocking at that door. It is so close earlier. I can see you reacting. You thought that one was going to go through.
I mean, I'm constantly squatting behind this desk. I'm too afraid to look at the screen, but
you're going to have legs of steel after this game.
I won't be able to go to the gym for a few days. Not that I've been in quite a long time. But so far, it's been a little bit of a scrappy second leg. Go all over the place. Feels like we're watching some ping pong here. You do see the Polish brothers just taking their time before they take this kick. They know how important every single set piece is. See the long ball into the box. Brave play, but just a little bit too long as we see goal kick for the Italians.
I think it was very ambitious from there, but they are trying to find something, because so far we didn't see anything from Poland in this second leg. And on the other hand, I think Italy, they should do something about it.
Ostrobich and Zilo more than happy to turn this one into a scrap, but Hullet has the ball on the right wing. He was the key danger man in the first. He gets over the top. There was a pass in the centre, and Mbappe wanted that ball, and he nearly got it.
He did, but he have somehow managed to secure a corner there. We're looking at about 5-6 corners now for Poland. They have to convert on at least one of these with how many they're winning. Cross into the box. Will it find a head? Just doesn't manage to land with any of the Polish brothers. They do manage to regain possession. Ball into the box. Little short pass through to Mbappe. Can he keep possession? Hullet has it. Cross to the back post.
What a goal! What a goal! Amazing cross. And what a finish from the Polish team. 1-0. And I would say game on here.
As it stands, if there are no more goals over the next in-game hour, Poland will be your eFootball FIFAe champions. And that brings with it its own pressures.
Oh, they only need that one chance, and it's a goal. How effective.
Outside of the boot as well. What a cross that is from Ruud Hullet.
Yeah.
I don't think the cameras caught Poland's coach, but it was none other than CR7 who scored in game. He actually did Ronaldo's celebration in their pod.
Wow.
The passion, he's pacing up and down, trying to catch his breath from what has, I would say, been an unexpected goal from Poland, considering Italy have been controlling this game.
Some people love that stage, some people tolerate it, and we are seeing from Poland and their enigmatic coach that he just adores being there, and now he'll see his team with the ball again. Zilo has it on the right wing. The ball over the top, looking for Ostrobich. nearly there. Poland winning every second ball now. It's Italy that have to come back. They still have the second half to come back into it if they need it, but it's Ruud Gullit now for Italy. But he is just swatted away, and everything is going the way of Poland.
Yes, I mean, Poland are playing insanely well in this half and are winning. You know, I think this goal would definitely change the game, let's say, in very different way, because now Italy, they have to push up forward and they need to find gaps and probably get a chance to score. That's only one goal they need.
The first half ends and Poland, in a complete switch around from the story of the last match, were up against it the entire 45 until a little bit of quality from Ruud Gullit teed up CR7 for the Sioux, and that separates the two teams, Alia. I mean, Poland will know they're not playing as well as Italy here, but they're winning.
No, it's a little bit of deja vu. We went into the first leg at halftime 1-0 up to Poland. The difference is Poland were controlling that game there, but now, as you said, they aren't controlling it, but yet somehow that one moment, 1-0 up.
One chance. They only needed that one chance and they got it.
Well, they get another one. Well, they need another one. Poland can almost taste it. They are so close. Eterito for Italy wants to complete the eFootball set, but he has to score in the next 42 or so in-game minutes in order to claim it. And Poland are going to do everything to make that as hard for him as possible. It's a ball over the top for Italy, still relying on plan A. When will that change? The knockdown does find a teammate this time, but again, Virgil van Dijk has been huge for them.
Yeah, it's only 40 minutes until the end of this game.
Now we have Italy, tippy-tappy football in front of the Polish box, but again, not making the right choice. Poland seem to be reading everything Italy are offering before they do it.
Yeah, I think Italy need a little bit, new fresh legs, I would say, because it seems that the same team are not creating enough chances here.
And they're getting tackled every time they come anywhere near within shooting range. Poland's game plan so far working to perfection, and they are frustrating the living daylights out of Italy. That one over the top. Now just find a man. There's a run on top. Can it be met on his head? Nearly there, but we do have an Italian corner.
I just hit my knee into our commentary box thinking that an Italian goal was coming there, but if Poland want to win this, they need to learn their lesson from the first half and keep their cool for the last 35 or so minutes. Cross into the box by Italy from the corner. Doesn't manage to convert. They manage to hold on to possession for just a moment. It's just not enough. And again, Virgil van Dijk.
Italy are trying to play such a tight game, Abdelaziz. They're making these through balls that Poland are blocking every single time. There we see it again.
Yeah, I think Poland are playing the Italian style, I would say. And what a ball here. But the control was not so good. Anyway, I think Poland are playing like the Italians' way in defense, because they are leaving no gaps. They are defending with almost everyone, and they are getting the ball so easily and quickly, as we see here.
The strength of Ruud Gullit, such a huge player in this Dream Team mode.
Powerhouse.
But all we can do is come chasing it. We've got the left winger for Italy on the ball. He has a couple of players to aim for. He takes control of it instead. He goes for the only shot is going in! Oh, but it's saved! It was Zilo who took control of the goalkeeper. Incredible reflexes from the young Pole.
Oh, what a shot from there at that angle. It was nearly impossible, and nobody was expecting that. If that goes in a World Cup final,
Italy here with another chance, tries to cross it in. We find the ball back at Poland's feet, trying to have the quick counter-attack. Can they do it? Will they do it? Keeps possession, but just rushed it there a little bit.
Yeah, Poland now having none of the ball at all there.
Yeah, I think now is the time. Now is the time for the fresh legs here.
But for Italy or Poland, would you say, Abdelaziz?
Both of them, I believe.
Poland do seem to be playing a 4-1-3-2 formation as well. Is this why you think they might be being a little bit more defensive? Why Italy have managed to control the game?
I mean, and certainly a formational change to Poland wouldn't be the worst idea right now. It's like, sure, they've got this lead, but Italy are banging on the door so close. And I still think back, Abdelaziz, if Poland do win this one, that save from Zilo, the younger brother, he took control of the goalkeeper there. He knew what was coming in.
Oh, wow. I mean, that was very smart of him, because nobody was expecting that they would take the shot from that angle. But only Zelo, who saved probably Poland from, let's say, a definite goal here.
Substitutions for Italians as well. Zico off for Totti alongside 3 other changes. They've actually decided who takes Gullit off, tries to cross it into the box with that low ball, but just not enough. And we've seen them bring Nedved on as well, which is quite a common occurrence with the Italians.
Yeah, we've seen some big moments from Nedved. Let's see if he can do anything else for Italy. Italy thinking about going attacking, I'm sure. They're going to have to lump this ball forwards for now. The flick on is good. They have a man in the centre. Can they find him? Really, but again, the Polish defence, that is how they're winning this one.
Of course, they are defending really well. I see that Italy are using Sorloth up front, so they can use the long balls where he will definitely be more comfortable to give the pass to the other strikers.
This could be the moment for Poland. They have the ball on the left wing, they chip it forwards, and acrobatics from Virgil van Dijk were required there for Italy. They get it away, but Poland reminding us that if they defend, they will have chances on the counter.
Yes, of course. It's only 15 minutes now in game time. Only 15 minutes separate those Polish players from lifting the FIFA World Cup trophy.
In the last 15 minutes in the first leg is where we saw Italy equalize to send the second leg level, or the first leg level, sorry. But, just 15 minutes away, as Abdul said. Can they keep their composure? Can the coach help keep them calm?
We see that the coach is talking to Torito and he's telling me they must do something, they need to change something. On the other hand, we see Poland. Coach is like relaxing, chilling, drinking water, So it's like they are on the plan and they are doing what they have to do.
Well, we're currently watching Zelo and Ostrovic madly dash through these eFootball menus, thinking about what changes to make. So there are definitely ongoing discussions. Zelo has turned towards Ostrovic. Italy seem more stoic. It's the coach that's speaking. He's talking to his players. Maybe he has an idea in his mind on how Italy can make a second late comeback in a row against Poland. The substitutions come in. This is where legends are made for Poland. Off comes Cristiano Ronaldo, on comes Sesko. Poland have the ball. They want to take as much time away as possible, but it's Italy that win the knockdown. Now they have one attacker against 3 defenders. They get it into the centre. There's a man up top. Naples has the ball. He gets it towards Etorito, the multiple world champion. Tries to force it through the Polish player's legs. Isn't able to do so. There's a pass into the centre. The back heel is on. Or it was, had it been done first time.
Wow. That was so close. He took his time over there, but luckily the defender was very close to take that ball out.
Italy come forward again. Etorito, the ball over the top. It's flicked onwards towards Etorito. He hooks it out wide to his teammate. Now we go into the box, but I don't
rushed it.
Naples thought the animation was going to happen that way.
Yeah, he rushed it a little bit there.
Just 10 minutes remaining in this World Cup final. 10 minutes for Poland to make history as the first brothers to win eFootball console 2v2, but also for them to bring glory to Poland for the first ever time.
Oh, nothing will be better than lifting the trophy as brothers.
The game is incredibly stretched at the moment. Mistakes are raining in, but all we need is one shot. Someone's on target, but it's offside. Poland saved by the whistle.
Oh, wow. Wow, that was very close. Because they know Italy, they had, let's say, a little bit of space over there. But yeah, it was offside. 5 minutes in game time. Italy, they will have to go all-out attack in order to search and to find that only one goal where they can go back to the game again.
All-out attack is definitely the play here, but they have to make sure they can actually convert on it, because when we know they go all-out attack, that leaves the defense fully open for Poland to fully secure the deal here. The crowd are riled up. They know we're just moments away from potentially crowning a new world champion. Polish flags in the crowd. Do we want to see these even go to golden goal?
Do I? Yes, I do, Alia. Sorry, Poland. Sorry to your fans. I absolutely do. I want as much of this as possible. I'm currently drinking it in. We're watching the arena. It is a buzz of people moving, fans getting into it. 83:50 on the in-game clock. Italy need to get hold of this ball, but the header falls to Ostrabuc. Zilo, the man who made that huge save in the first half, he tries to go for something audacious, but it does fall for Buffon.
Yes, he wants to close things back. So we can only see probably one chance or two in this game left for Italy, and probably it's going to be over unless there is something we may have to see.
This could be the most important few passes of Etorito and Naples' career. Was onto the right side, there is a runner in front, but again Italy choose to go long. The knockdown isn't met, but Van Dijk has it on the right wing. He tries to find a pass, but it's not there. And every time Poland get hold of this ball, they're looking more and more likely for claiming this World Championship. 3 minutes now, and it's Poland that still have it, refusing to lose the ball, but finally they do. Another clearance comes through.
1 minute.
Italy have to do it now. Etorito underneath this ball. It's going nowhere. Poland thinks surely this is the moment. Coach Enrique has his hands over his mouth. All eyes turn to the in-game referee as Poland are crowned champions of eFootball FIFAe console.
Massive congratulations, Poland are the new FIFAe World Cup champions. Wow, what a moment for these brothers. What a time to be alive. They are the champions. They came all the way from the group stage to winning everything at the knockouts and beating Italy in the final.
Look, Poland had a rough start on day one, but on day two is where they turned the heat on. Won all 5 of the games, won the quarterfinals, won the semi-finals, and now won the grand finals to become the champions of the world, bringing glory to Poland for the first time in their history.
Wow. Held their nerve as well. Italy were coming back, they were barreling on the door, and I just think of that save, Abdelaziz, from Zilo.
Oh, yes. I mean, that was the save of the tournament. If there is a prize for that, I think that will definitely go to that. But yeah, what a tournament. They played insanely well throughout the tournament. Yes, they didn't do so well in the first half or in the first game of the tournament, but they managed to seal the deal from that on.
It sort of sums up Poland's entire tournament as well. You mentioned it earlier. The first day, they were, I think, just on 7 points after their first set of games. And then the second one, they won every single match. Momentum so important for them.
I mean, on day one, we didn't think they were even going to make it through to the knockouts, but they know what they needed to do. And on the Italian side, it's another heartbreak for Etorito. We do see the Polish coach giving a lovely big hug over to Alex. A little kiss on the cheek as well. Pure happiness and joy for Poland. But as we were just speaking about Etorito as well, heartbreak, that is the one that he needed.
Well, brotherly love wins out the entire day. Poland are your FIFAe champions. Enough from us. It's been a pleasure. Let's go to the stage and see the celebrations unfold.
Gratulacje Polska! The silver and gold medals will be awarded to our Italian and Polish competitors by our honored guests. Leading in groups, accelerating the pace in the playoffs, and now world champions. When all the dust is settled, Poland's Jetek brothers have made history. Please join me in welcoming Christian Volk, Director of Esports and Gaming at FIFA, and His Royal Highness Prince Faisal bin Bandar Al Saud, Chairman of the Saudi Esports Federation. Please join me in welcoming first our silver medalists, Italy. An incredible run by the Italians. Naples and Etorito, close to making history. The future holds many, many more moments like this and beyond for the Italians. Now, our gold medalists, Poland! Ostribuch and Zilo have made history, not only as the first Polish selection, but as brothers, united in more than just nationality. Thank you to our guests of honor for joining us on stage. And now, my wonderful colleague Veracity is standing by to hear from the Polish selection.
Congratulations all round, boys. Great showing from both of you. Zilo, I want to start with you first and foremost. You know, as a Polish person living in Glasgow, it is absolutely beautiful to see you still celebrating and representing your heritage. So what did an opportunity like this to do it at the FIFAe World Cup mean to you?
It means the world to me, especially that I'm even here with my brother. It's something special, and I'm really proud of us both.
Well, Ostribuch, I'm going to come over to you in the middle here. As your brothers just mentioned, you managed to go through the trials and tribulations, the difficulties, the ups and the downs of the FIFAe World Cup alongside your brother. So now is your opportunity. What do you want to say to him now that you are both champions?
I mean, yeah, we're the champions. So thank him. He's the best player here, for sure. And we proved that here. We played incredible. I mean, what else can you do? I think we nearly beat every single team in the competition to the route to the finals. So more deserved, that couldn't be.
The dynamic duo of brothers. Yaroslav, get yourself in here as well, because you've been hyping up the crowd, you've been giving them the energy. What has it been like from a coach's perspective to manage to coach two brothers? That was a synergy been like?
I mean, they are so good, I don't have to teach them anything. I'm just the clown in the back, so they don't have to stress and about anything, yeah?
Well, now is your opportunity. What do you want to say to the crowd that have been here cheering you guys on, celebrating your victory? Final words for everybody that's been cheering you on at home.
I mean, for local crowds, I love them. Yala yala habibi. And for Polish local fans, Polska Górą!
I think on that note, boys, it is now your moment as our FIFAe World Cup champions. Make your way to your beautiful trophy and enjoy this moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, around the world, your FIFAe World Cup 2025 champions, Poland!
Brothers Zilo and Ostribuch have made history. 12 months ago, they couldn't progress through the groups. And now they have really put Poland on the map in eFootball as they are world champions. What a brilliant turnaround. What a brilliant story.
I mean, what an incredible run from Poland, to be honest with you. I think, realistically, we didn't have them on our lips for winners of this tournament. To be honest, even for me, once we got the knockout stages, I was still thinking it'd be somebody from the top side of that bracket. What a phenomenal performance. They won 8 games in a row. Didn't necessarily have the best start of things when they started on our very first day. Day 2 of groups, flawless. Yesterday, knockouts, flawless. Today, in the grand finals, absolutely flawless.
You can imagine it started 12 months ago when they did get cold in those group stages. They probably had a good talking to. They spoke to each other and said, you know what do we have to do to get back here and become world champions? I'm not sure what they did, but they did it right, Wes.
Yeah, they certainly went back to the lab. They went back, looked at themselves as a pairing and said, right, where did we go wrong here? And even as we mentioned, or as we heard from them before on one of the interviews during the day 2, they mentally went and reset even in day 1, because day 1, 7 points, it wasn't the greatest start, but they took it away. They said, look, we need to be back at the level we need to be. And as Chris rightly said, it took 8 straight games on the road to the final, and they took down some humongous nations on the way. Credit to them and credit to Poland for their performance.
Harry, what do you think the difference was between last year and this year for that pairing?
Is plot armor an acceptable answer? Because it just seemed like these two have had this big win coming for so long. And to be honest with you, Rachel, I find myself brimming with pride. It just feels like these two I've seen them time and time again be nearly men. Some come so close to so many tournaments. And this arguably the biggest international tournament of them all. As you rightly said, 2 points away from making the knockout stages 366 days ago. Here they are with the title. I'm speechless, absolutely speechless.
I can't begin to imagine what it must be like doing it alongside your brother as well.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Representing your country and a major event, you turn to your side, it's your little or big brother. It's going to be comfort in that, all right, as well. Sort of, it's not just your mate or somebody you've been paired up with recently. It's your brother that you know inside and out, and you know how they're going to react, you know how they're going to feel in that moment, and that must be really, really nice. My brother's terrible at games. It would be no good, and I'm not that much better, so fair play to them too. Must be something in the blood.
It's going to be something that's talked about for generations to come, though. You know, every Christmas dinner, they're sat around the table going, do you remember that one time we did this? Do you remember that one time our dads did this? Our grandfathers did this? A legacy has been created.
Yeah, we put your medals on the table at Christmas dinner. It really will be like that. But I think just to touch on the kind of the talking point about that they weren't really fancied, that probably is something that they would have enjoyed. They wouldn't want to be the headline makers. It's going to be a whole lot different next year, coming back in with the expectation that you're defending champions. It's going to be a crazy one, but for them, they can go home, they can enjoy this for a year, and it's going to, as you said, quite rightly, doing it with a sibling, doing it with your brother, it's going to be something incredibly special that they'll remember forever.
Harry, why did they have the edge over Italy today?
It's a really good question. It really didn't feel like Italy ever got going. I mean, we just saw their tactics. It was almost them straying away from what they knew. It seemed like Poland just were playing their own game plan better. I mean, the inquest will continue, no doubt, long into the night between those three that we're seeing on our screens at the moment, but they just seemed a bit off their game. We were just waiting for that catalyst that never really came. And, well, Poland, just congratulations to them.
It felt like almost like the mobile final for Brazil, didn't it? They never got going in the same sense. It felt as if Italy, I mean, we know that the meta is typically a long ball side of things. They were trying to play that physical game, but it felt like every single time they had that ball, it was always going high. It was always off the ground, and there was never any intricate play, which we know they can do. It felt as if like, oh, well, I'm not sure what to do. Let's just send it long and see what happens. And it just felt like a bit of a roll of the dice.
That's exactly right. I mean, that's the meta in this kind of gameplay, but that's not where Italy shine. They have great skills. I mean, we saw just flashes of brilliance from Eterito when he went straight for goal, took everyone off by surprise on the near side and almost beat the goalkeeper. But that was really the only highlight outside of their goal that I can think of where Italy really threatened Poland.
Yeah, I mean, if you also look as well, is that even when Italy did go aerial, It was second and third balls were won by Poland. They were the first on the scene. They were cutting out passing lanes. They were able to just nullify, and as the guy said on comms, they were able to just frustrate Italy into the point where they just were not in rhythm, and that's where you can just take advantage. If you're an opponent, you can get your opponent out of rhythm. You can create chaos, and they were able to benefit from it.
Maybe a missed opportunity for Italy. I know they came here with high hopes of wanting to be world champions. It wasn't to be this year. Let's get the thoughts of the Italians now, though. They are with CJ.
I'm here with Italy, a silver medal here at the FIFAe World Cup. Naples, you've won European tournaments before. How did you find this experience?
È stata un'esperienza bellissima, mi sono divertito tantissimo. Peccato per la sconfitta finale, poteva finire diversamente, però ci sta, la Polonia è una squadra molto forte. Però, ripeto, è stata un'esperienza che è bellissima. Per me è il miglior torneo che ho fatto.
Yeah, it was a crazy, great experience, the best tournament I ever had. It's bad, you know, to lose, but Poland was better. They deserved the victory, and that's it.
Eterito, a silver medal at the FIFAe World Cup to add to your incredible career. I know you said if you were to win, you would complete the game. Can we see you bigger and better next year to try and get that gold medal?
Yeah, this is, of course, we are sad for this lose, but it's just a motivation for us to continue to work and continue for the next year and try to win the trophy.
And I'm sure you've had incredible support from back home. Do you have anything to say to friends and family and supporters?
Un saluto a tutti i miei amici che mi hanno seguito, non vedo l'ora di tornare.
Yeah, I wanted to say hi and thank you to all the people supporting us, and I can't wait to be back.
Yeah, the same. Thanks to my parents that came here and they did this long trip for me. Of course, we are disappointed, but thanks everyone. Thanks the VGG. Thanks everyone that follow us, my friends. See you just next year.
Well, a silver medal is an incredible achievement, so we can't wait to see you next year. Thanks, guys.
It was a great showing from the Italians, and it was great to see Eterito here. Is that final piece of the puzzle still missing? Will he be back? Does he still want it and have the desire?
You would think so. I mean, he's been around for a very, very long time, and it is kind of that last one to add to the cabinet in a certain way, and there's no way he's letting that go. No.
Getting this close as well, I'm sure that just fuels the fire a bit more.
Yeah, it's probably going to sting for a while with Eterito, but again, once that pain kind of dies down, it would be a case of, right, let's get back to work, let's try this again, let's go again.
Harry, you know him. Does he have a rest now, or does he just go full throttle and start practicing ready for next year?
He's angry. He is angry. He goes full throttle, trying to grab and wrestle that trophy away from the Polish lads. I tell you who is probably quite vindicated, I suppose, is Gifera, of course, in this position last year. We always say the three big 1-versus-1 players in eFootball, Eterito, Uzmakabil and Gifera. Gifera last year, runner-up, silver medalist. Now Eterito joining him. He's in pretty good company.
Yeah, exactly. Let's quickly go back one more time to Poland, our world champions. And for one last time on eFootball, let's talk about their heart rate. I'm sure it was sky high in that final, Chris. Was it sky high, or were they cool?
Pretty steady away until they actually won it, to be honest with you. You can see the spike towards the end. It just slowly built itself up, but the two brothers really feeling the emotions in the same kind of way for the most part. Yeah, really, really... I mean, I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit higher, but it really did spike towards the end there. That winning moment for both these Polish lads. Yeah, really, really good performance.
I thought it would be higher at the beginning. Like their coach said, he was acting the role of the clown when he got the crowd up. I thought maybe they would start getting a bit flustered then, but maybe not.
I mean, 110 beats per minute. It's not quite, you know, resting, I suppose. There's still that moment of tenseness. But yeah, to see it go and spike up towards the end, that must have been a nice feel.
Yeah, I think at the beginning when you do have nerves, that just means you want it more. The desire is there, and that's probably why we saw it over 100 before. We even blew the whistle to say, let the games begin, so to speak. One final time as well, I'm going to give you the nominees for our Axe player from our final day here. And of course, we've got to have our 4 grand finalists, guys. I mean, if you were able to vote, you probably could go on X and vote. Who would you be voting for?
I mean, I probably would just edge it to Zelo, just purely on the basis of how well he's been able to perform. I believe he's the younger of the 2 brothers. You don't expect him to be of that sound mind and mentality, but he's really backed Ostribuch up in those clutch moments. I think he would just shade it for me.
I think Zelo had all the big moments in that final. Well, maybe not all of them, but certainly the big ones that I remember off the top of my head came from the younger of the 2 Polish brothers. He had so many good clearances, so many defensive opportunities to make sure that Italy couldn't get that rhythm going that we were talking about.
Drawn a final few thoughts, because I can see behind us the audience have left. There's a few people sweeping up some golden confetti, but it means it's the end of eFootball. We've had a brilliant time on both console and mobile. Highlights from all 3 of you, please.
Oh, highlight. I would struggle to pick out one moment in particular. I think what I loved about this year as a whole, though, was how competitive it was, to be honest with you. I think, last year coming in, you had the teams with their national teams. This time, of course, we had the draft. And I think it added a really cool element to it. And it definitely made it a more level playing field. Everyone on the same wavelength, a really competitive one. And I hope it's exactly the same next time. Really, really fun event.
Yeah, I think for me, the fact that we've got 2 brand new champions, we've got Chomkata from Thailand, we've got the boys from Poland, and again, it was just having that drama where you'd get to that 3rd game and all of a sudden there's a golden goal and you're like, okay, which way is this going? And I think in the quarterfinals of the console, with 3 out of the first 4 games went to a golden goal. It's quite incredible.
Yeah, I think for me is really getting to see all of the hard work our esports players across mobile, across console, put in, because we see the final product here, but it comes from months and months and years of playing this game, honing their skills, honing their tactics. It's been an incredible 2025 season. The best part is the 26th season starts next weekend, Rachel, so it's going to be a good time. Can't wait to do this all again.
A culmination of a fabulous year. I just wish we went to penalties. We never got that. Maybe next year.
Maybe. We'll try and rig
I'll blame
it.
Alex. It's the format.
That's the guy.
Alex IFeL, we're looking at you.
I'm sure those players are like, thank goodness we didn't go to penalties. Guys, I want to say thank you for your company over the last 4 days. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for watching at home, and congratulations once again to our 2 new world champions, Thailand and Poland. That's it for eFootball, but we're not done just yet to the FIFA E World Cup, because next week we turn our attention to Rocket League. That starts on Monday. We kick things off here on the sofa with all the build-up at 1:30, and then the games begin at 2 p.m. Come back and join us for that one. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Extra, extra, read all on to your hats, folks. Trading for World Cup in North America has begun. And you would not believe what these guys are up to.
White 17! White 17! Hot!
Preparations spiral out of control across the globe as the hunt for World Cup glory intensifies. Buckle up, folks.